I did a fair bit of work a few years ago for an advertising agency in London called Oliver, and they hired me to draw scamps, they're called, which are sort of drawings which are going to represent ideas that they have to present to various clients for their sort of marketing strategies. This was one of several I did for a campaign they were preparing for Britvic products, drinks. This one was Fruit Shoot, and this one here is another one which there appears to be a bottle of water in there somewhere. They give me an idea, they give me ideas, photographs, and I'd have to assemble them into some kind of workable image that's, you know, that represented the idea they had for that aspect of their campaign. Now here's another one where you've got people in the crowd holding aloft bottles of their product in a sort of concert type setting. And here's another one which, again, another Britvic product, which required me to make sense of photographs they'd sent me and the information that they'd given me verbally as well. I mean, this was all done, you know, at home, and I'd email in the results of my, as they progressed, you know, I could just email in the image and get a response. The Starbucks campaign, this was, they were preparing something for the introduction of this sort of cold version of coffee, takeaway Starbucks coffee in a refrigerated form. This was an AA campaign. So I did several drawings, a few of which I'm putting up here. And there you are, there's another one. This one here, this was a different range of drawings. One I just decided to do myself, I think. I don't think there was any other purpose for it, of Vincent van Gogh, an artist I've always admired, which I took from, I took this image from one of his self-portraits, obviously, which I just drew, and then behind him I had the scene which he'd represented in one of his paintings, so I sort of had him in situ during the Arles period. And here's, talking of which, here's the man he lived with for 2 months at the end of 1888, Paul Gauguin, and I took this this from a self-portrait of his, and I put him in front of a painting he'd done near Arles as the background for this. And here's another famous Frenchman, Claude Ledoux, who I took this image from, I'd been watching a film called Diary of a Country Priest, which I think was made in about 1951, black and white film, French film, which I'd enjoyed enormously. And here's a drawing of Jack Lemmon from the film Glengarry Glen Ross, and Helena Bonham Carter here, which was a drawing I couldn't resist doing. John Travolta, and again, you know, this was obviously taken from the film Grease, where he played Danny rather well, I thought. And he actually owns this drawing now, and here's, I sent it to him, and here's the notes to which he sent me. Here's one of Malcolm McDowell from, you know, in his role of Alex in the film Clockwork Orange, which another film I rather enjoyed for all the wrong reasons, I'm sure. And there's another one of him. So here, this is a very famous scene from the film, the name of which escapes me currently, but it's a very famous scene where Rod Steiger and Marlon Brando, who played brothers in this film, have a conversation in the back of a car, which is considered still to be one of the great acting scenes on film. So here's Maria Theresa. This is a friend of mine, Craig, who asked me a while ago to do a drawing. Could I do a drawing of his wife, who he recently married? So I said yes, and he said he'd come up with a photograph. So I waited a while, and eventually he did. And this drawing represents the photograph he gave me, and I believe his wife is in it somewhere. Yes, so. Right, this one is 3 cousins, these children. And here's the boy Luca, who was one of those children in the previous drawing.